Hello, and welcome to my channel. Today, we have an exciting and wonderful story. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Now, are you ready to be captivated? Let's dive into the story. In a remote village surrounded by dense forests, a legend spoke of an abandoned mansion said to be home to vengeful spirits. The mansion stood on a high hill, isolated from the world, and anyone who entered it never returned. These stories didn't deter Omar and his friends. They were adventurers seeking thrills and mysteries, and they decided to explore the mansion and document their journey on video. As the sun set, they arrived at the path leading to the mansion. A thick fog blanketed the area, and the sounds of the wind harmonized with faint cries that seemed to echo from afar. They stopped in front of the mansion's large gate, which was partially open, as if inviting them inside. They hesitated for a moment, but Omar broke the silence, saying, "Come on, it's just stories. Let's start filming." They took their first steps inside the mansion. Darkness engulfed them, even with their powerful flashlights. The wooden floor creaked under their feet, and the walls were covered in dust and cobwebs. Suddenly, they froze as they noticed old footprints leading to the upper floor. There was no logical explanation for their presence. As they wandered through the living room, they found an old wall clock stuck at 3:33. Layla commented, "Why do clocks always stop at this time in haunted places?" But a chill ran through her when she took a photo of the clock, and strange shadows appeared in the image. Shadows that weren't there before. In one corner, Rim found an old, cracked mirror. She cautiously approached it, and her reflection appeared normal at first, but then it changed. Her reflection was smiling in an unnatural way. She screamed and dropped the mirror, which shattered into small pieces. Omar tried to calm her, saying, "Maybe you were just tense." They continued their exploration and found a door on the upper floor locked with rusty chains. After several attempts, Marwan managed to break it. What they saw inside made their hearts stop for a moment. The room was filled with old, broken dolls, carefully arranged on the floor, as if waiting for them. In the middle of the room there was a painting of a family that looked eerily familiar. The faces were distorted, but one of them bore a frightening resemblance to Rim. As they stared at the painting, the dolls began to move slowly. The sound of children's laughter filled the room, but there was no one there. Shadows on the walls began to gather in one corner, forming a figure that resembled a person. They tried to escape, but the doors slammed shut and the windows began to rattle. The shadows started moving toward them, and one of them spoke in a faint yet clear voice. "You shouldn't have come." In a moment of chaos, Omar remembered the old book they had found in another room. He opened it and began reading aloud the strange words written inside. The shadows froze for a moment, then started screaming loudly, making the walls tremble. At that moment, Layla disappeared into the darkness, and they couldn't find her. Finally, one of the doors opened, and they ran toward their car. When they arrived, they were gasping for air, their hearts racing. As they checked the camera to review what they had filmed, Layla's reflection appeared in the car's rearview mirror. She was smiling at them with a cold, unsettling grin before vanishing completely. They never spoke about the mansion again, but they knew that something had followed them. And that's the end of our story. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. See you next time with another story.